Okay, today is September 9th, 2017, and we are at Aldi Tolentino's home, and we are going to have a Silver Lake Garden Club meeting. And everybody brings food, and we are going to do this meeting especially today in remembrance of Nobuko Inoue, who you can see in some of these pictures here. Actually, this is Nobuko, and she was one of our members for many, many years. Our Silver Lake Garden Club has just celebrated their 20th anniversary, and this is a picture she would take every year. She would take pictures of us. So we have probably many, many pictures. Tina, the lady on the left in this picture, is the originator of this garden club. She put an ad in the Silver Lake Residents Association 20 years ago because she didn't know her neighbors. So she ended up having a little garden club at her place in Lucille, and we all showed up. And since then, we've all been meeting every month for 20 years. So we have been having fun, and today we're going to have a little talk from each person in the Silver Lake Garden Club, and so you'll get to know us a little bit better, and hopefully we will continue on for another 20 years.
That's how I'm gonna go over there.
We are going to discuss, we're just going to say everybody's name and how they've all been in Silver Lake Garden Club about 20 years. So if everybody could just say your name and how long you've lived in Silver Lake. And
I have not been in Silver Lake.
My name is Mono. I have lived in Silver Lake for 11 years, and I lived with Nobuko together, and partially joined the Silver Lake Garden Club.
And you're our resident photographer. Nobuko was our resident photographer. You were her best friend.
Yeah, probably I'll continue shooting the Silver Lake Garden Club instead of Nobuko.
Very good, thank you.
I'm Aldi Tolentino. I lived in Silver Lake since '68 and moved into this house since '79, so I've been in the neighborhood for all these years, and I've really enjoyed being a part of the Silver Lake Garden Club. I've come to meet a lot of friends that live in the neighborhood, and we have come to enjoy lots of moments with Nobuko.
So they
We
were
surely
like,
miss
they'll
her
come over
at our
and do
events
that. Are you talking about Barbara
every
Lincoln
month,
or
but
okay, Barbara.
we are so happy that we're able to get together and commemorate
And she'd already
her
been
passing
after
away
them,
and
trying to get some of our
remembering her
program
in every
with the
respect.
archaeologists cleaning the streets.
God
and-
bless
So
everyone.
I was like,
God bless.
oh yeah, come on
May she
over.
rest in
But I,
peace.
Okay, thank you, Aldi.
Hi,
Christy Moore.
Okay, thank you. And you've been in
I've been
Silver
in
Lake?
Silver Lake since 1996, and before that, Los Feliz, and before that, the Valley.
And you've always been a member of Silver Lake Garden.
I have been since the beginning of the
Yeah.
Silver Lake Garden Club.
That's great. And Lee, you've been the puppeteer. We've done you before.
You've already got me.
We've
On
got the
record.
puppeteer, right? Lee Beck.
Yeah.
You've been here,
I've been here since 77, 78. I moved here in 78.
and you lived right down the street from Nobuko, right?
Around the corner.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Sandra Gold,
Yes,
how long have you lived in Silver Lake?
since 1978.
That's pretty good. And you've been a member of our Silver Lake Garden
Pretty
Club?
much, not from the very beginning, but pretty pretty much right after that, maybe 96 or 97.
Cool. So that's like 20 years. That is kind of the beginning. Yeah, because it's been 20 years, what, this year? Or last year?
We're not exactly sure of
I
the
think
date.
it was
I don't think.
97.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was
But I
this
know
year.
I was in 97, but I know I wasn't in on the first meeting.
Cool. And we've had many meetings at your house too. Each of us take a turn every month and have been for 20 years. So thank you so much. And Tanya?
Hi.
You've been in Silver Lake. You haven't lived in Silver Lake, but your sister started this.
Started the club, yeah.
Tina Roshkoy? Rushko?
Yeah.
And
She invited me to come shortly after my husband passed away, so about 2005 I joined the club.
that's wonderful.
Tom Davidson. I've lived in Silver Lake since 1979 when Susan and I got married. And I'm sort of an adjunct member of the Garden Club since I'm married to a past president of the Silver Lake Garden Club.
And Susan?
And I'm Susan, I'm Tom's wife, and as he said, we've lived here a long time. And I was a member of the original garden club because we formed at Barbara Dakin's house.
Right.
When Tina was there. And I talked to her, I said, we should have a garden club. She said, yes, we should have a garden club. And she organized it.
And
I thought it was great.
And you've been organizing it for several years.
Well,
as a president, kind of?
Let's put it this way, I have an email list and I help with further communications among the club members. But we are blessed with no formal organization, no dues. We will accept anyone, and we've been, I think, as much a social club as a garden club since our get-go.
We do a lot of talking and a lot of eating.
Yes, and the occasional volunteer, because we have volunteered at the King Middle School, and various members have helped out with street tree planting. We did a fundraiser for the Silver Lake mural project many years ago. And
we also have a letter from the city of Los Angeles, don't we?
Yes,
somewhere?
we do. We have a certificate.
Thank you.
Something that looks like it comes right out of Oz. It's just beautiful. And basically thanking us for our service to you.
And maybe you could say just a word about B. Gold, because she was one of the founding early members also.
Well,
and she did a painting of all of us.
There is a member, has been a member for a long time, and she is a legend here in Silver Lake. She's an artist and a gardener, and contributed a great deal to our garden club. I think that what I remember most about being in connection with the garden club is that, first of all, she taught us how to prune roses, which for me was a valuable lesson. And then she painted a picture of the garden club, which I have at home in my office. So we love Bea, and we're sorry she moved out of Silver Lake.
And she moved to Encinitas, and you and I went to her 90th birthday party, April.
Yes, we did.
And I also brought everybody these recipes from her birthday party. So later I'll pass those out.
Yes, we will remember Bea forever.
Right. Thank you. Barbara?
Hi,
Yeah, there were a lot of us.
I'm Barbara Kirby.
Nice day.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
I arrived in Silver Lake in September of 1998 at my son's home, and I stayed there for 2 years. But my first garden club meeting was that year in 1998 at his home on Manzanita Street.
Malcolm's, right?
Yes, Malcolm, and I believe he and Craig Gilmore were instrumental in
Participating in the
Yes,
garden club
yes.
and keeping it going.
yes. And I moved to Norwalk, but I stayed in the garden club and would come each month to.
And you moved to Norwalk and became a teacher, right? Went to
Yes.
school.
Yes,
And you went to school in Arizona?
yes, I did. I earned a master's degree online in 2008. And I stayed in Southern California until 2010, and I moved to Fresno, but remained close friends, I will say, with Nobuko until her passing this year.
Thank you so much. My name is Patricia McGrath, and I've been a member of the Silver Lake Garden Club since the very beginning when Tina invited us over through a newsletter through the Silver Lake Residents Association bulletin. And anybody who wants to know their neighbors, show up, because she didn't know her neighbors for 30 years, and so she thought, I'll start a garden club. So that was about 1997, and I'm one of the people that showed up. And also later, in 2006, I became the co-chair with Bob Herzog of the Silver Lake History Collective. So thus, I am filming our Silver Lake Garden Club today in 2019, their 20th anniversary. And we're also doing a memorial for our lost member, Nobuko Inoue. And so that's about it. And I'll do a few more pictures of the slides later. Thank you so much. You've been, you're in the
Silver Lake.
You've never been in Silver Lake, but your sister.
I have been in California since 1950.
And your sister is...
My cousin is in the club. And Tina Rishko has started this, and she is my cousin's wife. So there I am.
And many years, so thank you for coming.
Well, look at us over there.
So talk to you later.
You did a great job.
No, everything looks good.
Oh, yeah.
I could do some of the...
Turkey and roast beef. No, chicken. That's chicken and roast beef.
This is Nobuko's husband, Sergio, who's a famous drummer. And Nobuko passed away a couple months ago, so we're doing this in her honor. And this is some of the pictures of our Silver Lake Garden Club, with Nobuko on the left with her beloved dog, and Sandra. Many years, and she took all of these pictures. She became a very good photographer, and for 20 years, every Christmas she would take a picture of all of us, and we ended up.
I know what you mean. Just like whatever girls
Every month we meet, except sometimes we skip a month. Friend Nobuko Inoue.
And there is
And I'll just take a
Choco.
Can we put her behind the Buddha?
no.
Have the Buddha sort of hold her?
And then you can't see Choco.
A Buddhist.
Maybe
You know what, let's
amateur.
put her
Amateur
on
is
the
doing the
side. Like that?
Oh yeah, then we can see the Silver Lake Garden Club. Yeah.
Put Buddha there.
Yeah, but don't call her Choco. Don't call her Choco. Oh, okay.
there.
That's better.
Okay.
How's that?
That's good.
Are we doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get
We're getting there, we're
Do
getting
we want bookend beard?
Stand back.
And then we want Choco.
Sandra,
Beard to
you need
beard.
to get to the back, because you're having malfunctions, right, left, and center. Mostly center.
I really have a malfunction.
Susan,
Yes, yeah.
you have a malfunction now.
I do?
Yeah. Now that's better.
Can you see everything?
On the inside, right? They don't have the cherry pickers. Yeah.
Most of them died.
I have a beautiful photo too with like a white And she looked. You know, I almost forget to wear those things though sometimes. I put it in the closet and forget.
I should just take it out. Yeah, she loved it. She was, she had, they had that festival every year.
Well, let me get my glasses on.
They're pretty.